Hi, I'm Ruben.
And I'm Eric.
Welcome to School on Monday, a podcast where we tackle all student topics, from study tips to relevant and interesting news discussions, funny stories and anecdotes.
There's no handbook for school survival, but help's always at hand at the School on Monday podcast.
Check out our website at www.schoolonmonday.com.
Welcome, School on Monday family. Another School on Monday podcast here with Ruben and I.
Was it episode 17?
Episode 17, we made it to 17. Round of applause for that.
Yeah, you can do that. Alright, what are we talking about today, Eric?
We're talking about, is it possible to maintain a relationship during exam period?
Relationships during exam period.
During exam periods?
Or just in school in general?
Not in school.
What about uni?
Yeah, I had some.
You had some?
No, I had, yeah.
Some? Wow, you...
Yeah, no, to be honest, I did have a couple of relationships.
But they never fell during exam period. What's going on?
Yeah. No, to be honest, when it was my exam period, the girl left me.
Why? Did they want to concentrate or something?
It seems like it.
Wow.
But when it was their exam period, I was there.
Well, you were there to push them through?
Yeah. So, you know, a positive...
What, influence? Something?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a positive influence on the relationship and you want the other half to do better, then it's a good thing. I personally think so.
You could still innocently distract them from their studies, though. Oh, let's watch a movie. Oh, let's cuddle. When they could be studying.
True. But I think you got to find that right balance. You know, because...
But are they necessary at all? You're there to study.
What?
Relationships. In university, we'll say. Or even in school, are they necessary?
What, to have a relationship in...
Or does love just creep up on you?
Yeah, I mean, you don't really choose who you fall in love with or when it comes, no? Or
you can avoid it. I'm sure you can avoid it.
I mean, if you feel something towards someone, then you can't really just be like, nah. I mean, it's up to you. It just depends on how balanced you are. I think in more time defines on how you are as a person. And if that's a distraction, then you shouldn't really be stepping into a relationship. But if you don't find that a distraction, then you can do whatever you want. I don't really blame anything on relationships, to be honest. I blame myself in the relationship to do stupid things in the relationship. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
That I should prioritize my time to say, yo, I'm working. Do you get what I'm saying? So if that's not the case, then, you know, good or bad, there's good things and bad things, you know. It's the way the relationship works. But I think whoever's in a relationship should define, like, all right, cool, in this period of time, I'm busy because I got to concentrate on thing. And the other time, I'm chilling. We can chill together. Have you had any relationships during the exam period?
During exam period, or during school?
At school and university?
During school, I never had a relationship in school.
Okay.
Nothing in school, no. To answer your question.
Yeah. What about university?
In uni, yeah, long ass. In uni, yeah, I had a relationship throughout uni, basically.
And did that help or hinder your exam periods and stuff like that?
It had no relation to my exam periods. I didn't enjoy exam periods, and I guess if anything, I don't know. I think if anything, it was better
to have.
There's a little bit of happiness there.
Yeah.
But then you still got your exam period here, so if anything, it was better.
Better for you.
Yeah, than not
having
a companion sort of thing.
Yeah, I think if you find the right one, I think it's always great. It's when you find the wrong one, then you're in big trouble.
Yeah, I think obviously it can get in the way of revising and stuff like that, but
yeah,
it's like if I was one to sit down and revise,
yeah,
I would do it whether I was in or out of a relationship.
Right.
But I'm not really one to revise.
Yeah.
So it made no difference.
Yeah.
So I can't really talk.
Yeah.
I can't talk on that.
No, it is. What are the dangers? Oh, What are the dangers of keeping a relationship during exam periods or deadlines?
So like, as I was just saying, like if you're in a relationship, it can sort of distract you from, you know, your to-do list and what you need to be doing on that day. If your partner tells you, or you know, just says, "Oh, let's go cinema" or something. I know you like the cinema. You might say, "Okay, I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to go cinema. And tomorrow I'll make up for the things I've missed." And that can have a roll-on effect. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you missed a load of things that you're doing because you're trying to keep your partner happy. Not just keep your partner happy, but you're enjoying those activities. So it's just a big distraction. It can be a big distraction.
Yeah.
I think that's the main danger. And just a load of thought in general. Like you maybe, let's say you're arguing with your partner. Who knows what about? Maybe you took her last chicken wing and she's not having it. Yeah. So you're arguing. That's going to be on your mind as well. So you're not going to be able to study because you're thinking, "Oh, my partner's mad at me," and it's all jarring.
Yeah. You know what is what's quite funny is remember how that when you do have like a relationship and there is an argument or some sort of thing that's annoyed you or annoyed your partner, it does have like an indirect effect. It's always in your head.
Yeah, it's long.
Like it's because I've felt that, and I think Ruben has also felt that as well. It's just when you're trying to do something and just in the back of your head, like, "Oh, let me fix that first before I should." But that shouldn't be the case because you got to prioritize in your work. Because at the end of the day, you go uni, you go school to prioritize on your work. Of course, these distractions do happen, but you need to prioritize on focusing your work and finding something that you can, you know, figure out with your partner to say, like, let's talk it out or something, which doesn't distract you from your main goal, which is education at that age and also in uni.
If you could like emotionally separate yourself from your partner and your exams and stuff, then that would be
great,
ideal. But
it's very hard.
I don't know how possible that is to 100% distract yourself. No, 100%. What did I say?
Distract yourself.
What did I say before that? What was the word? 100%. That was a good word as well. What did I say?
What?
Keep yourself apart emotionally.
Detach yourself.
Yeah, that's it. So if you are able to emotionally detach yourself from your partner like 100%, then, you know, I guess that would work, but that doesn't seem very likely.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why would you? I don't know.
Like, if you can detach yourself in a relationship, then why are you
weird.
really? Yeah,
it's a weird one.
That's a bit funny in a sense of why would you be in a relationship?
Either you got crazy mental discipline or something,
it's crazy.
But yeah, no, it's a bit of a weird one, that one.
Yeah, no, honestly. But like, there were certain people that we know can't like just so focusedly on education and exams and deadlines.
But then are they in relationships?
Were they in a relationship? Couple was, no? From what I know, they were. But they had the other half to understand the situation. Whereas, like, for example, for me, like, I did architecture and for uni and stuff. And you could potentially be working on, like, every minute, every second day.
Yeah, you know
what I'm saying? Like,
there's no, like, stop.
There's no stop.
Yeah.
So, what I've seen in other people who was in a relationship and I was in a situation and stuff like that, that it's very hard to tell your other half, like, you're working all the time. Do you get what I'm saying? One, they might think you're waffling. And two, because maybe they don't really have to work all the time in their degree. It kind of seems a bit, you know, like you don't want to, you know, chill with them or you don't want to spend time with them. And it's not that. It's just the fact that certain courses you can continuously be working on the work. And
on that note, though, how can you balance both like aspects of your life? How can you balance your partner and your studies?
I think one of the most important thing is communication.
Hello.
You know, if you can communicate and let the other person understand what your situation is at all given time, then maybe you can, you know, help that situation of your relationship. I think for me, communication is vital. If you don't explain to your other half or your partner that you're busy because of this, and this, and that you have to prioritize on this, that, because you go uni to get a degree. Do you get what I'm saying? Of course, the bonus of finding love and everything like that comes into play, but the main purpose of you going uni is to get the degree and to get it at the best potential. So if you're focused on other things, then you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So I would say communication is very important, you know. And, you know, there is no harm, like, in ending a happy and healthy relationship. Like, just because you got deadlines and exams, you don't need to end it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Wait, what? Say that again? You don't... As in, you don't need to end what? Your relationship? Sorry, you don't need to end what?
You don't need to end your relationship. You don't have... Because you got other priorities such as exams and stuff like that. And you got a happy thing going.
Yeah.
You don't have to end it because you need to focus on one.
Oh, you're saying you can balance it?
You can balance it, but you have to communicate that, and you need to let the other person understand what the situation is. Do you know? Because I think, you know, the most important thing is communication. It just seems like that's the fundamental value of a relationship.
That's the main thing, to balance it.
Yeah. That, honestly, if you don't communicate, then you're in big trouble. And, of course, your other half has to be understanding of it. If they're not, then you need to tell them, yo, the door is there. You got to tell them, it's negative energy. You don't need that. Do you get what I'm saying? So you were saying you're in a relationship, yeah? During the exam periods. So how can you turn your relationship into a positive force in a stressful period?
You know, if you I don't know, you might be studying the same subject. It's likely that you meet someone on your course. That's a likely outcome. Yeah. If you're studying the same course, and have the same exams, doing the same modules, then working together will be excellent. You know what I mean? You said before that working with friends and your peers are, you know, an effective way to revise. So if it's your partner, that's going to be even better, surely, because you got a greater bond. Yeah. So I guess you could sort of set up like study dates, you and your partner. You know, 6 hours or something like that during the day, where you just literally just study together. Have you done anything like that? Or has it just been friends?
No, I have. But I've never really dated someone that's been in my same course. Yeah. But we have had study periods, and we just, you know, studied together, which is good because that way eliminates you not seeing each other. One, eliminates the lack of effort. You know, sometimes people might say that you don't do an effort, but if you're already there physically, you know, and sometimes people just want the physical presence in your life at that period. They might not even want to talk to you, but they just want you around. You know, some people are like that. They need the physical presence and touch or whatever the case to be around you. So that's a great thing. So that eliminates all the other maybe arguments or issues that will come because you're always there, which is good. But if you, like, for example, you're in a relationship and it's say, for example, a different school, different uni, then is there any other way you can make it a positive thing? Or is that only the study thing, like spending Sunday time?
I mean, you can study together on FaceTime. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Get creative with it if necessary.
Yeah. You know? I did do that on Skype and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, people do that.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's videos on YouTube called Study With Me, have you seen those ones where it's just someone studying for like hours?
That's to help the other person just study it. That's crazy.
Just if you can do that, then you're telling me you can't do something with your partner on FaceTime or something like that. But let's say you're asking your partner for that space and that time to study for your exams and stuff. Yeah. But they're basically saying, no, I'm not giving you that time. Do you know what I mean? What are you going to do then?
People that step into a relationship with someone else, you know, the most important thing is the other half of your partner should enhance your life and make it better or add towards it. Sorry. So if they come and it's detrimental to your life and they're not giving you what you personally need for you to excel, then I think it's something that you have to really look at deeply. Think about, I don't really need this in my life. You know, if things are not being positive to your outlet or to your life, or it's a good impact, then I personally think now is the time to, you know, cut that off, really and truly. As harsh as it and as sad as it is, you just have to prioritize you at the end of the day, because you might step into a relationship at school and you're in love and this and that, and you prioritize the other half, and maybe you might not end up maybe 2-3 years down the line, and you just wasted 2 or 3 years prioritizing someone else when you could be prioritizing yourself. So if a person that doesn't understand what you need to be successful, where you want to go in life, and they add towards it and they help you, then I think it's something that you have to just cut out. Simple as that. There is no running away from it. There's no like, oh, she might, because I'm telling you now, it's not the way forward, because we've experienced it. Do you get what I'm saying? No, I've experienced it. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's the most important thing. Just prioritize yourself, and if they're understanding enough, then the relationship can go further on. If it isn't, then I just feel like the most important thing is just to let that go, because you just never know. Like, you could be in situations for 4 or 5 years and it ends up bad. But and the 4 or 5 years is a long time. No?
It's quite long. Life is long, I guess.
Yeah. No, I get that. You've had a long-term relationship, yeah?
Yeah.
So...
Why are you mentioning it?
No, because I'm saying.
What do you want?
No, I'm just saying. So you got a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
Did you prioritize yourself, and that was the person understanding of your situation in that relationship?
As I said before, I wasn't really one to revise and stuff like that. So it didn't really apply to me. I did what made me happy. Yeah. Whether it was spending time or revising.
Yeah.
So it worked.
It did work.
It worked. I just did what made me happy. If I wanted to revise, I'd revise. If I wanted to see my partner, I did.
Okay. So that didn't really...
Was it effective for my studies? No, but it worked for myself.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Okay. So, like, from you saying that, did you feel like any of your actions impact your partner's studies?
Yeah, of course. Of course it did. Of course it did. But again, you know, we're having fun. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
that was my priority, really. Keep a smile on my face. The studies should have been more of a priority, but they weren't.
Yeah. No, it is true, because like, even me, when I was in certain relationships, we like to have fun. Do you know what I'm saying? So our first thought is to have fun more than to study, which is maybe the wrong thing. Or at that time when you're in uni, you're alone and this and that. So you prioritize on being happy first, you know, especially when things become stressful during exam periods. You know, you go towards what makes you happy more than what, you know, you had to focus really on. So maybe my actions have hindered certain people, but all my females that I've, you know, interacted.
All of them.
No, I mean, not like that, but I'm saying all the people that I've interacted with like that, they've been strong-headed in a sense of prioritizing their work first. You know, so maybe I was slacking in not prioritizing my work, but, you know, you live and learn, and hopefully, you know, it help you, it help you from our mistakes.
But I think this is the thing about going to uni with a goal in mind. If you go to uni and you know you want to do this, you want to do that, then you know why you're there, you know why you're studying, and your partner's not going to get in the way of that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because you've got your goal. Yeah. But when you go uni like myself, or possibly like you as well, I don't know, when you don't really have a future goal, you don't have the path there, not really 100% sure why you're at uni, that's when fun's going to become your priority. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing grounding you. It's not like, 5 years I want to do that, so I need to be doing this. Yeah. Nothing really grounding you. So yeah, fun, you know, fun's obviously better than study. So if you don't have that path, you're gone.
Yeah, it is a struggle. It just becomes on your mentality to how strong you are in whatever you want to do, and the passion that you bring towards, you know, education or what your studies or what you're studying for, like in your degree and stuff. So if you're passionate, then of course you'll prioritize more. But if you're not and you don't really know where you're going or what your plan is, then you just, you know, you be like, we'll just get along with it. Do you know what I mean? And that's the reality of it. But otherwise, you know, I tell everyone else that I know personally, like, you know, prioritize on education, because that's, at the moment, that's what you're supposed to work on. So that's the most important thing at the moment. Of course, others can add towards it. You know, you can be friend, you can be in love, you can do that. Because you might be lucky, you know, certain people that we know, like, fell in love at 14 and they're still together to this day. So they've luckily, you know, they got it bang straight away. And they've been gifted. Some are still trying to this day, and some are single. So.
Are you trying?
Huh? No, I'm single now.
So Eric, in uni, how did you juggle your friends, your relationships, your vision, and all of that?
I didn't.
Oh, fantastic. Tell us what you did wrong, so then others can not follow in your footsteps.
Yes. I prioritised doing what I wanted to do. You know. First year, we just enjoy. Of course, when you go uni and stuff, you always just, the first year seems to be like, yo, you're out of the house, freedom. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want. No parents, you know what I mean? All of that, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, you go a bit crazy. You used to be wild and stuff like that. You just do what you want. But let me tell you something. First year is very important from uni. As much as people say it isn't, it is. Because it will give you that structure and understanding of the timetables, how uni works. You know, so it's very important for you to really understand that. Don't be like me and just party all day long and come to like 9 AM lectures tired as hell because you're up late night, this and that. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Prioritize on your work. You go uni to get a degree. Of course, some people go uni because they have nothing else to do. But please, when you go uni, focus on your degree. You can have fun, you can step into relationships, you can do all of that, but prioritize your degree first, and then you work on other things. Simple as that. How did you juggle friends and relationships?
Pretty much the same way as you. So I won't go into it. But how should you juggle it?
Prioritize your education. I personally, from what I've learned, is work a 9 to 5 or 9 to 6. And then work on your studies from 9 to 6 every day. Do a 9 to 6 every single day. No matter what course you do 9 to 6 every single day. And then you enjoy the rest of the day. So you get that structure in you to just work during the day, and then you can prioritize, you know what I'm saying? And then Saturday, Sunday you can take off, you know, when it's not exam periods, and then when it's exam periods, put more emphasis on the work and stuff like that. But for me, what I've seen later on in my uni degree is how effective the 9 to 6. Even if you don't do nothing for like 2 hours, the other 4 hours you could potentially be doing something. But delegate those times to your work first. Prioritize that. Then the relationships, your friendships, going out, all of those things come after. Like me, I put those beforehand, you know, the education was coming. But we made it out, we done well, do you get what I'm saying? That's the most important thing. But I would say to the younger self, if I was to go uni again, prioritize 9 to 5, 9 to 6, get the work done for the day, keep always ahead of your work schedule and your module schedules, and speak to your tutors all the time.
Let's head to the key points.
Key points.
Made it. Alright, the first key point is to make sure... Wait one sec. Alright, so the first key point is to make sure you're not neglecting Make sure you're not neglecting important aspects of your life due to your relationship.
Very true, very true. The second key point is, if you feel like your partner is demanding too much, be firm, but be kind and be respectful, but tell him.
Alright, third one, make sure you're conscious of how much time... Oh, is it their time? Alright, make sure you're conscious of how much of your partner's time you're taking up during vital moments.
Very true. Fourth point is relationships can be valuable as a support system in your studies. It can.
Okay, fifth point, listen to people around you, so your friends and family, if they think your relationship is consuming your life.
Yes, but when you're in that bubble, you don't really...
Yeah, that's why you gotta listen. Alright, let's wrap it up there then. And we will...
Peace, we'll be back next week. Same time, same place. You know what to do. Please, please, please subscribe. Click the button. Follow us on the gram. Peace.
School.